on your screens, none other than Zimbabwe's Queen of Talk, Nyasha Diva Mtamangira. And if you can't beat me, the only thing left to do for you is to join me. This is the Mature Look season, season 4, and I am feeling fired up. Guess what? The haters are still stabbing, the hoons still hurt, but guess what? I'm still moving forward. The Mature Look season is almost drawing to a close. Only 2 episodes left to go, and I must say it has been a great season. You can go to our Facebook page, Up Close and Personal, and tell me if you've enjoyed the season, and also tell me if I'm looking good and if you're ready for today's show. I would like to dedicate this show to all the young musicians out there. Here is a mature musician, dedicated, passionate, and still going strong. His name is Hudson Simbarashe. I'm now here with Hudson Simbarashe, and like I said earlier on, he is hardworking, going strong, and making it. How are you, Hudson?
I'm very well, thank you.
Welcome to Up Close and Personal.
Thank you, thank you.
Before I start firing you away with questions, I think you need to play some music just to, soften the mood. And believe me, the questions I'll ask you are hard, so you'll need that music.
Yeah, okay, all right. Okay, let me play something. Fupajena, rakapamunyama. Fupajena, rakapamunyama. Kakara kununa iwe, kujakame. Kakara kununa iwe, kujakame.
Hudson, I've been calling you a musician, but maybe let's just specify. Since you can sing and play, do you define yourself as a guitarist or a singer?
Basically, I'm a singer and songwriter, but I specialize in playing guitar. Yeah, I'm a guitarist.
First things first, I'm assuming your passion in life is music. Correct me if I'm wrong. How early in life did you discover it?
I want to believe that it's music that discovered me.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I come from a background of unsung heroes, people that used to sing music around me when I was growing up. My father was church leader and used to sing a lot around the house. My mother also. And my elder sisters. That's where I took the influence from. When I started realizing that there was music around me, it was around 1968. Yeah, when I came from the rural areas on the bus, my mother says, I sang all the way from the rural areas into town.
Wow.
Yeah, I loved music from an early age.
I believe that at the time that you grew up, music was not something that people pursued. People pursued either being doctors, nurses, or teachers because those were the careers that people were used to. So tell me, how easy was it to pursue music at that time, and has it got easier?
Yeah, there were a lot of challenges because I believe the music industry wasn't developed then. And a lot of the musicians that had come before us, they were just people that played music for fun. There was no money really to talk about. I'll give you an example of the guys that I used to see that time was John White, a guy that used to play on the trains to passengers that are on the train every night, and people used to throw in whatever they gave him, and that was supposed to be the pay.
Wow.
And Ngwaruma Pundu, a great guitarist. I don't know if he's still alive. The last time I heard he was somewhere in Koko doing farming. Those guys were so good, but they were driven just by passion and not by money. There was a tendency on part of the parents to discourage their children from pursuing careers like that, because there was no future. Yes, there was no future really, and it was hard, I believe, for the musicians, because the recordings that they did, most of them never got paid for it, and this is what discouraged me from doing music at that early age. Although I loved it, my father would not hear of it. Yeah, it was hard. Yeah, yeah, very hard. But I believe that if there's something that has been planted, it must germinate. I failed to extinguish that desire of love of music. Although I did other things other than music. When I did my school, I left school, and then I did other things, but music was still my backbone.
Now please tell us about your career. What have you achieved?
In terms of music, I believe I'm a better guitarist now than I was 10 years ago. I'm more visible now. People know that in Blawa there's Hudson. To me, those are great achievements, because before you can do anything, you have to be visible. You have to be known. And the other thing that I always admire is that I've worked hard. I've taught myself what I play. I didn't learn it from anybody. And I discovered there's people out there who love what I do. So those are great achievements for me. Yes, other achievements, definitely I think they will follow after that.
Who have you worked with?
I've worked with quite a number of people. Amongst them, I must mention the great Thomas Mafumo. Yeah, I briefly worked with him in 2005.
Wow.
Yeah, before he came from the States, and he actually phoned me when he was in the States. He said he wanted to work with me, so when he came here, we hooked up and we started working together, but it was brief. I didn't manage to go back with them when they went to the United States. I remained behind. Then I've worked also with Edith Tonga. I worked with her before she became Edith Tonga. Yeah. And several. The catalog is so long. I don't know who to mention and who to leave out.
To leave out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen you working with Jays Maravini.
Oh yes. In fact, Jays told me something that I didn't know. He says when I was performing at Amakos in the early 90s, he used to come and watch me, and Big Brother is doing this, and that's some of the things that inspired him to create his own. I said, wow, he's the one who told me that. I didn't know. Yeah.
Thank you for staying with us. You're still watching Up Close and Personal. Join us right after the break for more. Welcome back. You're still watching Up Close and Personal. Thank you for staying with us. And I'm having a chat with local musician Hudson Simbarashe, and I must say you are quite an inspiration to the young musicians out there watching.
Thank you. Yeah.
Has your career affected your relationship with your family and friends in any way?
I wouldn't really know. Because sometimes you think everything is okay when it's not. But so far I think everyone is happy. My children are happy. My wife is happy. Yeah, no, not really. I don't know. Perhaps in a positive way. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
So who is your biggest fan amongst your family and friends?
I believe my children are my biggest fans, because they've also taken up music. My daughter is a drummer. My biggest daughter is a drummer, and the young one plays keyboards. and my son is a mbira player.
Wow, interesting. So that leaves us with only one.
The other one is small.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't know what's going, but I believe she can't be left out.
So what do you think about your children following in your footsteps? Is it a good idea?
I don't know, because you know, we always want our children to be what we want them to be, but sometimes it doesn't turn out that way. They just become what they are supposed to be, and I don't know where it comes from, but you know, when it comes, you have to take it, as long as it is positive. But I've always made it clear to them that the career that they're embarking upon is not an easy one. Yeah, it's full of frustrations, you know, and a lot of troubles. And I don't know whether they will be able to withstand it. Yeah.
Now a bit about you. Who are you outside your career? Are you laid back or are you outgoing?
I should say laid back. You know, when you're an artist, you always away from the house, exposed to a lot of things and places, and when you take a day off from music, you want to run away from all that. You know, the noise, the sound, the guitars, and the music, and the chords, and all the stuff. So I would love just to be in a quiet place where it would be hard for people to find me. Yeah, just away from everything. Yeah. I don't go out very often. Yeah. When I go out, it's like I always take it like I'm going to work again, you know, because I'm always out, and I wish I can take a break.
Now let's talk about publicity. Is publicity always good, or is some of it bad?
Publicity is supposed to be good all the time, but I believe there's people that thrive on controversies, and they like that bad publicity, and it happens, you know. What is not good is for a good thing to be turned into a bad thing by publicizing a good thing as a bad one. No, I think that would be unfair on the artists or anybody, you know. But I believe publicity on its own is something we all need.
Where do you see yourself in the near future?
Hey, I don't know. I really don't know. Hey, we always want to be somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
But sometimes it doesn't turn out that way. Last year, this time, I didn't know where I was going to be this year. So I don't know. I'll just be where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, that's what I believe.
I believe that you're well-traveled as a musician. Can you tell me about the places that you've been to?
Yeah. I've been to East Africa several times. Yeah, I haven't gone out of the continent as yet. But, oh yeah, as for Africa, I've seen a lot of African countries. Yes, I have. And it's always good to see these places, and then you're forced to compare.
Then you begin to appreciate.
Then you begin to appreciate a lot of things. Yeah. All we need here is just to keep focus on the music and teach the younger generation to play instruments instead of using computers. Yeah, because computers, I don't know, but you have to be a skilled musician like David, who used to play the harp for his king, and the musicians that were there were skilled. They were skilled musicians. For an artist to achieve greatness, I believe you have to be skilled in playing an instrument. But I don't know where we're going with this generation of music where people use computers.
I think we have mentioned several times that music is not a very easy path to take. So what is it that has kept you going?
I think there's many reasons why I'm still going. I'm focused, I know what I want, and I play my instrument all the time to keep myself updated, and I always thank God for the gift that He gave me. You cannot forget that. Yeah, because a lot of people think that it's them that can do things, but it's God who allows you to do whatever you're supposed to do. Yeah, in a positive way, you know. And I love music. I've not made a lot of strides that I would have loved, you know, the way I want in the music industry, but I know that perhaps it's because I haven't done enough. And that keeps me, you know, pushing and pushing until I'm going to get where I'm supposed to get. Yeah, it has kept me going. Yes, the vision is strong.
Thank you for staying with us. The show continues up close and personal, and you're hanging out with Nyashadi Vamtamangira, and I'm having a chat with Hudson Simbarashe. It's not over yet. Join us right after the break for more. Welcome back. You're still watching Up Close and Personal. My name is Nyasham Tamangira, and I'm still with Hudson Simbarashe. How are you finding the show so far?
Great. Lovely.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Now we're getting to the topic that most people like to talk about: love, marriage, and relationships. Not that you're the perfect example, but we are just saying that somebody out there can learn something, especially the younger generation. So can you tell me how different are relationships now than they were back then?
Hey, they're so different, you know. Yeah, in the era that I grew up, love was not something to be taken for granted. It was a commitment that you made, you know, with all your heart. Yes, it was. You would not fall in love with somebody that you don't know. You had to go through
Know
it.
the person first.
Yeah, you know, it's so different now, eh? Yeah, very, very much different, yes, I must say that. I guess it's because of a lot of reasons also. Yeah, what we really need to understand and appreciate is at the end of it all is that people need to love each other.
That's true.
Yeah, you know, without faking it. But unfortunately, there we are. Yeah, it's a different generation.
It's a different generation,
Yeah,
yes.
yes.
And you don't really know when the person is faking or not. You know, so.
Yeah, it's because of a lot of reasons also, because you just meet on the streets and the next thing you're talking. And,
that's true.
And there's an affair. Long back, there was a process that you needed to follow, which made sure that both of you stay committed to the agreement, you know.
Wow.
Which is not there anymore.
Okay. Actually, that brings me to my next question. I actually wanted to ask, so how would you do it back then if you're interested in a girl? Because nowadays you can actually get asked out over email, get dumped on a WhatsApp text.
You see that?
You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know, how was it done back then if you're interested in someone?
There was a system where there were other people that were involved in your affair as guarantors, you know, and especially the aunties, the sekurus and all those other people, elderly people who were full of wisdom. Yeah, they would want to interview the gentleman and see his behavior, talk to him and look at his background, family background, things like that. And he had to bring something, yeah, to your aunt or whoever was responsible for your welfare, and make her hold that thing in her hands and say, "This I'm giving because I love."
Oh wow!
And they would hold him responsible, and he can't deny that he has come and because they have evidence.
Okay.
But now, no, with this technology, there's no evidence that there was anything.
No, absolutely no. Because people at 11 are already dating.
Yeah, you see.
But anyway, at least my dad is a bit better.
Okay.
Because my dad says if you are dating someone, wants to meet the person, know the person, talk to the person, So thumbs up for my dad.
Oh yes, good one.
Hudson, some people say that it was easier to stay faithful back then than it is now. I don't know what's your opinion about that.
I don't know. I don't want to believe that. Because there's still some people in this generation who are faithful. Yeah. But being faithful, someone depends on your values.
That's true.
Yeah, where you come from and all those things. If you don't have values and you don't value yourself to start with, then I think you lose the plot right from the beginning. Yeah, being honest is not something that you can buy or learn in a classroom or something. It's something that is instilled into your system even before birth. Right, and I want to believe that all generations, there's some people that stay honest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You had that, or you all were saying there's no faithful guys anymore.
No, there is quite a lot of people who are faithful today.
That's true.
Yes, even the younger generations, amongst them, there's people who are very, very focused.
Absolutely. And I agree with you. I'm glad you put it that way. I agree with you.
Oh,
yeah. So what is it that has kept you going in your current relationship since you are married with 4 children?
First of all, me, I value myself. And I fear God.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I do fear God. And I want to preserve my lineage with the dignity that was given to me by my parents.
Wow.
Oh yes, that to me is priceless.
That's powerful.
Yeah. So that's what I also tell my children, that it has to stay like that. If you deviate from the line, you're doing it knowing that I'm out of line. Because for you to be lost, you have to have a place where you stay.
I like that.
You know? If there's nowhere where you stay, you don't get lost.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's
so
true.
that's how it goes.
I like that one.
Oh yeah.
So if you get lost, you have to have a place that you stay. You have that, guys.
You know?
Okay, maybe for the benefit of the young people watching at home, maybe you can just give them words of advice, whether it's about music, whether it's about relationships, whether it's about life, anything that you can just tell young people, because I believe there's so many people out there who could be your kid, Yeah.
All right. I want to say this, that everybody, all the children and everybody who's listening now, must always remember that there is no security in wickedness. Yeah, if you clear your heart of wickedness, you replace it with love. And when you get love into your system, you transfer it to the next person.
That's true.
Then we can have a better generation all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Powerful. Some wise words there from Hudson Simbarashe. Thank you so much for staying with us, and thank you for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for tuning in. You've been watching Up Close and Personal, the Mature Look season, and I must say it has been a great show. This is the people's favorite show. I'm not the one who said it, actually. It's the people who said it. I'm just here to ensure that the show is worth watching. I've been having a chat with a local musician, mature musician, Hudson Simbarashe. I have to be clear on that one. And I've enjoyed every moment, and I hope you have enjoyed it as well. To comment about today's show, you can go to our Facebook page, Up Close and Personal on the PCTV, or you can go to my Facebook page, and it's Nyashadi Vimtamingiro, or you can follow me on Twitter at Nashdiv. And guess what? You can now go to our YouTube channel to watch all our previous episodes all the way from season 1. In the words of George Bernard Shaw, better keep yourself bright and clean. You are the window through which you must see the world. My name is Nyasham Tamangira, and you've been watching Up Close and Personal. Thank you so much for listening.